Yo, what up? This is your boy Soulo. Now we're back here again with another episode, and it's gonna be about society and how we need to be more open with one another and not develop these biases that define us and that stirs us into synthetic ways of interacting with one another. We have a lot of people who have beliefs and they're indoctrinated in religion and science, and they let these biases get in the way of truly relating to one another, or some type of ego related to these biases, and it gets in the way of uniting and being relatable and interacting in the wholesome way. And this is just the result of how society is because of indoctrination and just a comfortable way of living. And people just got lost along the way. But you need to understand that life is deeper than just money, desires. We're all here for a reason, and we're all here together. We're all here, and we're creating the world together. So the fact that you're letting a government divide you and getting in between of y'all while also leeching off of you while you're building their world doesn't make any sense. So it's like people need to realize this so they can come together, but like people need to get their head out their asses and start really seeing what's going on and not just staying stuck in a bubble. But this shit goes deep, and it's gonna take a while for things to start moving, but hopefully we're in some type of direction where it's getting there. At least I think things are better than it was before. People are waking up somewhat, but it's still a slow pace, and a lot of people are just dumb. But you need to understand that things that the way things are and why it's chaotic, and people are just going day to day, living stressful, and not understanding how to truly be and love themselves, love one another. But with knowledge, you need to understand that we need to find a ground basis on how to search for knowledge, like going within, getting into spirituality, getting into more important things that helps our world, our culture, building a culture, and understanding the role of the government and what they're doing. Their role is just, they don't care about you. They just want to leech off of you. They just want to make money off of you. While you're divided, and they're not saying nothing about it. That's the obvious thing. They're doing all of these things, but they're not speaking up on how they're dividing you. Like, it's so obvious. Like, why don't people think like this? Like, you don't think about, like, they're doing all of these things, taking your taxpayer money, creating all these wars, creating all these retarded situations, and and they fake trying to help you, but at the same time they don't care that you're divided. And as life goes on, without even making breaking a sweat to make a great change that can happen in literally in a day or in a week. But it is what it is, and hopefully we get there. But this is something that people need to realize, and their belief in their biases is not gonna it's not worth it. It's not, your desires is not worth it, your money is not worth it. We need to build a reality where we can be sustainable for our kids, and You know, it's not just about you. It's about the future. It's about what's ahead. It's about your, you know, bringing something to the table where your kids can sustain a healthy way of living, and you know, and implement a healthy way of gaining knowledge and education and spirituality. But you know, it starts with the mind. We need to start moving and pushing things forward, and not getting lazy with, you know, all these distractions that the government is doing. So, you know, with all love and appreciation, you know, this is what we have to do. But I'll see you later, and I'll catch you on. Peace.